In some ways we've been fortunate because the infrastructure of the United States was overbuilt, but you can only use a railroad asset for, you know, a century or a little more before it really becomes time for replacement. You don't need to be a transportation expert to realize that the transportation system in the U.S. has fallen behind. We run about 450 daily trains between Newark, New Jersey and New York Penn Station. So that's the most constrained portion of the entire Northeast Rail Corridor. It's only 2 tracks and it's where we have the most traffic. So the Gateway program aims to double capacity along that stretch of railroad, going from 2 tracks to 4 tracks. The Hudson Tunnel project is the top priority. It's the first piece of the Gateway program to get started, and we need to start on it as soon as possible.
We just can't figure out ways to move more people across the Hudson River unless we build a new subway. The biggest, fastest growing industry in the state of New Jersey is called commuting to New York. Most of the growth over the last generation of commuters into New York City have been coming from west of the Hudson River. The entire Boston to Washington Northeast corridor, the bottleneck in that entire system is the Hudson River.
The typical New Jersey Transit commuter is used to a situation where they arrive in the morning, they step off the train, the platform is completely crowded with people, and it takes anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes to make their way up from the platform to the street. So that type of crowding is something that people experience every single day. It kind of wears on you after a while.
The later you go in, and then the later you also leave from Penn. The earlier you are on both ways, both coming in or going out, is the better schedule, I should say. I thank God that my employer is, you know, generous with time, because I'm late almost every day. It's very stressful. You have to think about what you were supposed to do from that 9 o'clock that you were supposed to be in work, and now you're getting there at 10. What's being pushed back, what meetings you have to move. I think we're all snacking more. I think we're getting home later, which leads us to maybe not be able to work out, be with our family.
People take it for granted, and when it gets broken, they get angry, and they wonder why it's broken. It's because it's been underfunded. It's because we don't want to tax ourselves to pay for it. Right? When you go to Europe and you're in a rail station, it's a much more enlivening experience than this. I mean, this place is just depressing. And so it's not just the corridors, it's the nodes.
The Gateway program has reached a new urgency recently because the impact, the effects of degrading infrastructure is now being felt by everyday people on a day-to-day basis, and they're contacting their elected officials and saying, let's do something about it. Superstorm Sandy was a wake-up call. It shut down our railroad entirely. No one can predict the rate of deterioration of concrete in a precise manner, or the corrosion of salt on an electrical system.
We know that the tracks are deteriorating faster than Amtrak can repair them, and that the delays we saw last summer are likely to repeat themselves at closer and closer intervals. And as that happens, more and more people are going to say, you know what, I'm moving to Atlanta, or I'm not going to open a new business here, or I'm not going to buy that house. And we're going to see our economic activity start to decline. We're going to see our tax revenues start to decline, and we're going to start to struggle to really provide the kind of quality of life that we want.
Already under construction is that we've preserved the right-of-way for a new 2-track tunnel to connect with Penn Station. There will actually be probably two different kinds of tunnel boring machines used, one for the soft muck under the Hudson River and another for the hard rock under the New Jersey Palisades. So if we can get everyone focused and committed and remain committed over that period of years that it requires to deliver the program, that's the accomplishment. We take this very seriously, and we are managing an asset that's lived beyond its useful life. It's time to be replaced. It's time to be expanded, modernized, improved. And it's an urgent problem.